Welcome to the video and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at what makes the optimal eBay listing for a Pokemon card. And I'm not going to be giving you my personal opinion. We're going to be taking a data-driven approach and we're going to be looking exactly at the algorithm of the platform. Now, I'm based in the UK, so I'm on the UK version of the platform. But if you're based in America or the US, you'll be on the .com equivalent, but the same principles will apply for you. So just take that, just bear that in mind. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to search for, a very vague and generic search. So we're going to go for a specific Pokemon. We're going to go for Venusaur, and I'm going to hit search. Now, the reason I'm going to go for a really broad search like this is because this will be a really competitive search term. The more specific you type in the search, the more it's going to bring up that exact text string, which that is, if you're selling, less people are going to search it, but you're more likely to rank higher for it. So by putting in this really broad search, you're going to have a really optimal listing to be at the top. Now I'm going to leave this as best match because that will give us greatest insight into the algorithm. If I was to go on something like an auction or lowest price or ending soonest, then that's going to skew what we're looking for here. So let's have a look. And one other thing we're going to ignore is we're going to ignore new listings because by default they're shoved right to the top, but they'll quickly drop off. And we'll also ignore promoted listings as well because they're paid to get to the top, which anyone can do. You can pay as much as you want to get to the top. So we're looking at if you want the most cost-effective way to get to the top of the search. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on a few of these. So this is sponsored, and as you'll see, sponsored always come up at the top. So if you're looking for a quick sale, promoted listings are of course something to consider. We've still got another sponsored. So this is the first listing. So I've had to scroll quite far down to get to this Venusaur, but it's not promoted and it's not a new listing. But let's have a look at the listing itself and let's see if we can work out, why eBay have ranked it so highly. So first and foremost, 100% positive feedback. Obviously, the platform is going to want to reward, sellers who have a good reputation and work well with their buyers. So first and foremost, you need to ensure you have excellent positive feedback, and that will have an impact on your sale rates anyway. So do your best to satisfy your customers. If you get any negative feedback, work it out with them, and also contact eBay to get any kind of negative feedback removed if you can. Within limits, of course, within reason. They won't remove it for anything, but if it's unfair feedback, you might be able to get that removed. So they've taken several pictures. I think we've got over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 8 pictures here. So that's a part of the eBay algorithm, is providing a lot of pictures, and not only that, it's great for the buyer as well. And they've got 2 pictures of the back of the card, so that's really, really important for the buyer to be able to make that purchase. So that's the second thing, plenty of pictures. Now I'm scrolling down here to the specifics, and what we can see here is that they've filled out quite a lot of the different specifics, including the finish, we've got the language, the year manufactured. So they've entered the specific card name here and the character. This looks really important. So they've filled out the item specifics. Now that's something that the more of these you can fill out, the better, because it just tells eBay to exactly what you're selling, and it helps them to rank you. And another benefit of filling out these specifics is if people come to the filter at the side, and they start clicking on things. So for instance, if they click card condition moderately played, then you will still rank. So if you put moderately played here, check that box, then you're gonna rank for that. If you don't list that as an item specific, you won't. So it just gives you that extra ability to be found. This is an auction. Again, Venusaur. So another thing you can see here is that Venusaur is the first word in the listing. So that's really, really important. You need to get that the name of your card as close to the front of the listing as possible, and provide plenty of information about what the card is. You know, we've got so much information here. We've got the set number of the card. We've got it. You know, it's a hollow. We've got the set it's from. We've got the condition. There's a lot of information here. So let's look for another listing. So we've got a mix between buy it now and auctions here as well. Let's look for another. We've got a sponsored. So here they're quite far down, so they're probably paying a minimal sponsored fee to be seen. You've got another sponsored. So yeah, that's one thing to consider, is if you are going the promoted listings route, you might have to pay. When it comes to the percentage that you set, the higher up you go in the percentage, the more you'll pay to be seen, and the higher up you will be listed. And I've gone quite far down to the next card that looks like it's ranking without any kind of, you know, no auction. It's no promoted listing, so it's ranking purely on merit, if you like. Close this one off, and let's have a look. So again, Venus Draw at the start. We've got lots of information here, including the year. Really good feedback. Yeah, not 100%, but it's very close to it. They've sold a lot of stuff on eBay, so you know that's partly why that's a 99.8%. The more you sell, the more chance you are probably going to get some negative feedback. But when we scroll down here, we've got again lots of different information in the specifics, but we've also got some added description here. So yeah, so just reading this quickly, you know, they look like a great seller. You can ask for extra pictures if you want, and we've also got some business seller information as well, including their address. So from an eBay perspective, they know this is a real seller. They know, you know, there's some credibility into who they are, and also, you know, that they've got a success record in terms of selling. So these are just some of the things that we can see. You know, listing on eBay is something that is very important if you're selling cards. The higher you rank, the more chance that you will get those buyers that you want. So try to optimize the listings as best you can. Take some excellent pictures. Get that title optimized, so you want it to, when you start typing at the top of eBay, you get some auto suggestions. So if I was to do this, for instance, you get this auto suggestion. So try and match your product listing to what you think people are actually going to search into the search bar, and just make sure that you've got all those other things sorted. So you've got all the item listing specifics, you've got as much information as possible, good pictures, and you know your account is in good stead. So I hope this was useful. If it was, please hit like. It gives me indication that this was useful for you, and it enables me to produce more videos like this. Also hit subscribe if you want to find out more about and watch my future videos about selling on eBay, Pokemon collecting, investments, etc. And I hope you have an excellent day.